Hi everyone, welcome back to today's session of EC Make Easy. We're going to cover today the 5 fundamentals of EC funding. These are the necessary EC financing things that you will need to know when doing EC. First, the sequencing of funds usage. When buying any projects, there is always an order of disbursements for fund usage. So when you are looking at your financing for buying EC, you have to ensure there is always cash, CPF, loan, this order of disbursement all the way from your first 5% of your booking fee all the way down to your 15% at CSC. So this is an order of disbursement that has to be maintained throughout the whole payment. Right? Next, no ABSD. So even while you are holding on to a HDB, most of the upgraders will choose not to sell their HDB because they're still staying in it, and they will go on to book a unit at Lumina Grand. So in this kind of case, will they need to pay ABSD? Good news for HDB upgraders, there is no ABSD to be paid. Why? Because you will be needing to sign an undertaking to sell your current HDB, and that's the reason why IRAS will not be charging you ABSD for your purchase of Lumina Grand, even though you're still holding on to your HDB. Next, eligibility for max 75% LTV. So today I'm holding on to a HDB and I am still paying mortgage loan for my current house. And now I want to take another housing loan for my Lumina Grand purchase. So in this case, will I still be able to get 75% LTV? Yes, the good news is, yes, you're going to still be able to get 75% LTV. Why? Again, the same thing, because the bank knows that ultimately you will be disposing of your HDB when you collect the keys to your Lumina Grand. Next, no requirement to set aside CPF for basic retirement sum. Okay, this is for those that is below 55 years old. There is no requirement for you to set aside your BRS, even though currently you're still using CPF for your current HDB, okay, when you pay for the mortgage for Lumina Grand. Next, MSR. So take note when you are assessing your EC financial, when you are taking a loan to finance your property, we will be looking at MSR, the mortgage servicing ratio of 30%. So what does that mean? It means that, for example, if you are earning 10,000 income, then based on that 30% MSR, you can only use up to max of $3,000 to service your housing loan. All right, so this is a bit different from private, which is using 55% TDSR. Okay, so these are just some of the fundamentals of EC that you need to know. And next, we move on to a little quiz. So John and May currently own a BTO flat in Bukit Batok, and now they want to buy Lumina Grand EC. Okay, and like the usual scenario, they're only going to sell it nearer to TOP. Now, in this case, do they have to pay ABSD? Okay, so the answer is no ABSD. Okay, like I mentioned, you will have to sign an undertaking to sell your current HDB. So at any point of time, you are only going to have one property count, and that's the reason why there's no ABSD. Next, James Single bought a flat when he's 35 years old, and now he's still currently paying mortgage, and he wants to buy a 4-bed Lumina Grand EC with his second-timer parent. So what is the maximum LTV he can get, given that he has an existing loan? So okay, the answer is yes, for EC that he's going to buy, although he still have a current mortgage loan, he will still be eligible to get a max 75% LTV. Okay, next example, Robert and Mandy own a HDB and they intend to sell only after they collect the keys of their 5-bedroom Lumina Grand. So as they're using their CPF to pay the current HDB, do they need to set aside the BRS if they want to use the CPF for Lumina Grand? Okay, so note their age is 45. So the answer is not required. First, because they are under 55, and also because they are buying EC. So there's no need to set aside the basic retirement sum. All right, so we have come to an end of today's EC Make Easy. Just 5 short EC fundamental that you need to remember. Till our next session.